a lot of cement comes from here also. So does a lot of agro produce. And this is also the home of one of our famous natural resorts, the Obudu Cattle Ranch. So it's also critical for tourism, and therefore the president, being mindful of all of this, has ensured that we have completed 67 kilometers of this. This is his commitment to infrastructure and by extension the diversification of the economy. Once this road runs, the economy of Cross Rivers is kept alive.
The minister's visit to Akwa Ibom State ended with dance and excitement from impressed members of the host communities before he departed for Cross River State. In Cross River State, the Honorable Minister inspected the Calabar-Ogoja Highway, which is now nearing completion. The next stop on the Honorable Minister's inspection tour on Friday, 13th March, was in Nasarawa State, where he inspected the Loko Oweto Bridge, which is over River Benue between Nasarawa and Benue states. The bridge is a 2.2-kilometer major infrastructure that connects the north and southern parts of the country.
Of diameter 1.8 meters and depth ranging from 30 to 40 meters.
That inspection was a culmination of the planning we have embarked upon since late last year. What we did actually was plan to complete the roads that have reached between 80 to 90% completion, so that we can complete them in 2020. So that inspection you saw us doing was to go out to see firsthand, to appraise most of them, to also ginger the contractors to deliver those roads that have reached that level.
This is a major strategic transport route to connect this part of the country and all those coming from the east of Nigeria. So this is going to reduce the journey time between eastern Nigeria, the federal capital, and Nasarawa and neighboring states by many hours. Now you can make this connection in about 6 hours from the east of Nigeria to Abuja. This is a journey that used to take over a day. So this is a major impact on business, reducing the cost, time, and improving the ease of doing business.
The link is very, very important because it is very, very short to Abuja, and we are very happy and sincerely happy and grateful to the minister and those that are also assisting in making sure that this thing comes to reality.
On the 19th of March 2020, Honorable Minister Babatunde Raji Fashola SAN made the final stop on the first phase of his inspection tours across the country in Port Harcourt, River State. His visit was an inspection of the Enugu-Port Harcourt Expressway Section 4, Aba Port Harcourt in Rivers and Abia states, with stops at the Port Harcourt Township segment being upgraded to 8 lanes from a 4-lane highway. During his visit, the minister spoke about the economic impact of the project.
There is a lot of economic opportunity. Sand supply is a business. People are making money from there. Employment is being created here. Logistics, supplies, diesel, cement, iron rod, the works. This is the ecosystem of infrastructure. This is why Mr. President is really, really committed to infrastructure, and it has helped to continue to grow the economy.
While the Honorable Minister was on tour inspecting various road and housing projects across the country, the Honorable Minister of State was also on the road inspecting a number of ongoing projects in different parts of the country. By the end of March 2020, the Honorable Minister, the Minister of State and their teams had visited several states in the North Central, Southeast and South-South states of Nigeria, inspected over 20 road projects and interacted with hundreds of local artisans, engineers, laborers and contractors. However, Due to the severity of the COVID-19 pandemic in Nigeria and indeed across the world, work was temporarily suspended on these roads in order to ensure the safety of workers on site. This in turn affected the plan for the rainy season. Currently, with the phased ease of the nationwide lockdowns and the lift on interstate travel bans, construction workers are moving back to site. At the time of this recording, about 40 major road projects spread across the 6 geopolitical zones are in progress. These projects include the Abuja-Kaduna-Zaria-Kano Expressway in North Central, the Enugu-Port Harcourt Expressway in the Southeast, the Calabar-Odukpani Expressway in the South-South, the Kano-Maiduguri Expressway in the Northwest, and the Lagos-Ibadan Expressway sections 1 and 2 in the Southwest.
What we have at the moment is that after the first phase of the ease of lockdown, we have 11 big construction companies, the biggest 11, the first 11 of the Federation of Construction Industry in Nigeria, who are executing 53 projects for us cumulatively, working now in 26 states. We're hoping that we can, and that's construction work, we're hoping that we can get the Federal Roads Maintenance Agency to mobilize back to site to do maintenance and repair work in 92 sites across 24 states. But it's one step at a time. Even those who are working now are working in extremely risky, in parentheses, conditions because the virus has not been defeated. So much more rigorous use of face masks, safety equipment, cleaning equipment. The work will continue, but that would have to be done under safety oversight of NCDC and our medical staff.
We'll strictly observe the guidelines given by the task force, the COVID-19 guidelines. We will strictly observe that, and the due protocol will be ensured on all our sites so that our workers will be safe and everyone will be safe also.
As you can see clearly now, in this site now, all my colleagues are on their PPEs. They are all protected, and we have our sanitizers at times. We put it on, and we all carry our nose masks as been directed by the government. So every other thing that is being really ruled by the government is being followed accordingly.
Before we start work, every day we must sanitize our hands. We make sure that we don't gather in one place without giving themselves some little distance.
As you know, the federal government have given a guideline that there must be at least 2 meters distance apart from each worker. Apart from that, we need to wash our hands before even entering the site and sanitize our hands. For our operators or equipment users, they need to sanitize the machine because different hands use the machine.
Despite the challenges posed by the COVID-19 pandemic, the federal government is still committed to giving Nigerians good roads and pleasant travel experiences. One key project that has picked up after the ease of the lockdown is the Lagos-Ota-Abeokuta Expressway, which for many years has caused a lot of discomfort to road users. But with the commencement of this project, the hope is that this road will soon be fully back in shape, reducing travel times and providing a more pleasant travel experience for road users.
A prerequisite for resuming here in the first place has to be absolute compliance with the COVID-19 regulation by the government and NCDC. So the HSE section has sensitized everybody right from the day of resumption here after COVID. We have to use our nose mask. We have to sanitize, wash your hand. In fact, for this reason, the management even brought a vehicle, a city train we call it. And before boarding it, your temperature will be checked, you'll be sanitized. So to that extent, I believe that we have done a great deal to comply with the government directive on the COVID-19.
Another key area of focus for the Federal Ministry of Works and Housing is the ongoing rehabilitation of access routes, which are currently being worked on in preparation for the closure of the Third Mainland Bridge.
Every year we carry out hundreds and hundreds of interventions, both on direct labor interventions directly from our staff and our machinery, and also through contractors. This year we have a major similar coordinated approach in Lagos, where a section of the Third Mainland Bridge is being closed. The Ministry of Works has identified alternative routes for traffic that are unable to use that section of the Third Mainland Bridge, and have called in FEMA, and we have sat with the engineers in the ministry to identify these routes and then identify the trouble spots along these routes that are potential bottlenecks. And as we speak now, we already mobilize in those locations in Lagos, and we are working on those spots to ensure that the free flow of traffic is not further complicated.
This place is terribly bad, and because a lot of vehicles will be using these axis too because of the closure of the Third Mainland Bridge, so we decided to quickly attend to it. This is very important because vehicles coming from Western Avenue, they can link through Bode Thomas, Eric Moore, and then come and join this road to link to either Costain or Ijora through Ingbo. So it's a very important link.
From state to state, project to project, the Honorable Minister of Works and Housing, Mr. Babatunde Fashola, message was consistent and simple. The administration of President Muhammadu Buhari is determined to ensure that commuters enjoy a better travel experience and is committed to lifting millions of Nigerians out of poverty through the creation of jobs and the economic impact that increased and improved road access will have on distribution of agricultural produce and local businesses.